Welcome back, YouTube. It's your host Bruce G&T back with another video, and we are here to talk about, apparently there's a white-only community in Arkansas, and they're trying to open one in Missouri and everything like that. But we're going to focus on the one in Arkansas. It's called Return to the Land, and a lot of people have a lot to say about it, and we're going to jump into all of that. So let's not waste any time. Let's go.
The leader of the group is called Eric Orwell, and he's invited me to spend a few days with them.
Hey, Eric.
He insists what he is doing here is entirely legal, and that's key, because if it is, it could be a blueprint for many other communities to come.
Welcome to the Ozarks.
Thank you very much.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. Yeah, not just white, but white American.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, it's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out.
You don't let everyone into your home.
So before we jump too deep into it, my personal opinion, I don't give a damn. Truly, I don't. A lot of people seem to care. I don't know why.
Y'all, I'm gonna be honest, this is genuinely terrifying to me. It's just an addition to the slow-moving snowball effect of fascism that we're seeing be perpetuated in this country. And I just want to leave you guys pondering on this question. As these communities develop, which they are rapidly, what happens if a person of color takes a wrong turn? I'm typically not a panicker.
This is Mr. Eric Orwell. It just baffles me that every single white supremacist group I've ever heard about, it's always a dude that looks like this. It is always a dude that is just like the worst representation of the white race. Like this is supreme.
An actual group called Return to the Land is trying to build a segregated whites-only town near Springfield, Missouri. And this isn't parody and this is not satire. This is happening in America right now. The founder says that they want to return to their roots. But come on, guys, let's be real. This isn't about heritage. This is about hate.
They're in the middle of the Ozarks in Arkansas. None of y'all motherfuckers going out there. I'm not going out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't really see the big issue. Like, they're in a place that no one's going to go to, especially if you're not, like, white. So I don't really see the problem. And he's right. It's free association. You don't have to go there if you don't want to. So just don't.
160 acres taking shape, forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built. Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And I'm intrigued to find out what motivates people to give up their old lives for this.
We met here.
Oh, you met here? I guess he came here.
I met her on day 3.
Oh my God, what a story. It beats Tinder, doesn't it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
David and Caitlin not only met here, they got married last month. And they wouldn't be here without social media.
Somebody had posted a video of Eric.
Yeah.
I saw videos of them actually building stuff on the land. I was like, oh man, I gotta come check this out.
And I figure if there's nothing else like this in the country, it should at least exist.
Yeah.
Do people really think that we should never be able to choose our neighbors?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
I think
He's not wrong. Chinatown, Koreatown, Little Italy, I think France as well, Little France, I'm not too sure, Little Haiti, you know what I'm saying, all these different places. So let me make this be clear, right? They might have some people there that may be racist, white supremacist, or whatever. I understand that that's a high possibility. I'm not saying all of them are, but it's a high possibility. With that being said, right, other nationalities, ethnicities do it, and no one's saying anything. Black people on a consistent basis talk about how they don't want to go places if they don't see other black people. They don't want to be around white people. You know what I'm saying? They say all these different things. Chinatown, Chinatown doesn't stop people from going there, but no one's really living in Chinatown unless you're Chinese. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying absolutely no one, but I'm just saying they have their own businesses, they circulate their own money, and it's mostly them there. Other nationalities and ethnicities do it. Go to certain parts of New York and watch the Jewish communities. if that's what they want to do, go ahead. And the thing that confuses me is that people are upset about this, saying, oh, this, that, and the third. And it's like, okay, so you don't want them to separate themselves to you, so you know where to not go. Because if you're under the impression that all of them are racist, cool. Now you know where they are, and you just have to avoid that one spot that you probably weren't going to go to in the first place, right? So you don't want that. You want them to be able to integrate within society, so you don't know who don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let them do what they want to do. Like, truthfully, I do not care. I think it's stupid to segregate yourself and only keep one type of people in your area, because that way you kind of make it harder for you to grow and be independent, in the sense of, okay, how can we make it so that ideas and innovation is circulated and propagated within our community? I think it's stupid to do that, because you stop all that, right? But if that's what they want to do, sure. I'm being a dick when I say this. It looks truly unseasoned over there. So, I mean, like, for real, I don't care, right? And I've said time and time again, I talk shit about everybody. I don't care your color, your creed, or whatever. I don't really care. So I'm looking at this and I'm just like, I ain't missing out on nothing.
It's going to be quite controversial.
Well, if you don't have rules against it, then, you know, anyone of any race can come and be your neighbor, and they're watching the news, which is telling you that white people are, you know, the cause of all your problems and all the ills of society, and suddenly, you know, your children are much less safe because there's a lot of violence, anti-white violence, happening to white people and white children, and so...
Specifically sort of motivated by racism against white people. What sort of things the heavens are about to...
Yeah. I'd like to continue talking, but the rain starts and it comes down hard. The residents shelter in their cabins and night falls. The next morning. This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL, what they call a work party, made up of residents, but also new recruits who have come to check out the project. It is hot, hard work. To join RTTL, you have to sign up to the Private Members Association, or PMA. And there are strict criteria for membership, as Scott Thomas, a board member and one of the founding fathers here, explains.
You have to be a PMA member to live here.
Yeah.
So you have to be someone of European heritage.
The group's logo, based on a Nordic rune, draws on that heritage. It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on. Peter Seri is the brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
So I did hear that, you know, because apparently the Arkansas Attorney General might be looking into this and might be telling them, hey, I don't know if you could be doing this out there. So, you know, this might not even last that long. So who knows? Truthfully, I think more people should do this. Not just white, everyone. We're getting to the point, right? And whether it's because of media or because of actually what's going on, and now the information that we're getting is disseminating so quickly that we can't like handle it. We're getting to the point that people just don't want to be around each other. Truthfully, it's not just the ethnicities and races either. It's getting down to the fact that people don't even want to be around a different gender at this point. So I'm not saying that this is something that should happen, because I don't believe in like segregating yourself based off of arbitrary standards like race, you know, sexual orientation, everything like that. I don't really believe in that. If you cool people, you cool people. It is what it is. But we're getting to the point where it seems like that might have to be the case. Because you got black people talking about they don't trust anybody that's, you know, that's white presenting, that you do this and X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? Like all these different things. So it's like, look, at this point, F it. Just do it. Because I think there's a place in Georgia right now where these two black men, they bought land and everything like that, and they're trying to do relatively the exact same thing. So at this point, go forth. Do it. Hopefully it works out for you guys. Right now, we're just getting to the point where we just downright hate each other. What can be done about that? I don't know, but watch a few more minutes of this and then go from there.
Yeah. Do you think it'll survive contact with the legal system, the courts, if it came to that?
Hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore. Like it's you call racist.
There's a prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
I was about to say that because, and a lot of people don't talk about it. In 2020, the definition got changed in Merriam-Webster because it was this young black woman. I forgot what college she came from, but she wrote to them like consistently, like emails every single day, saying they should change the definition of racism because whenever she would confront white people, and this is something I've always heard people talking about before, right? She would confront white people about they're being racist, and they would, you know, passive aggressively send the definition of racism like, technically, I'm not being racist. And they changed it to now, if you have a social economic hierarchy of another person, i.e., all white people have that apparently, and only they could be racist. Everyone else could just be prejudiced. Even though there's some people that are trying to advocate for the fact that black people can't be prejudiced, but we ain't gonna jump into that right now, right? So that's why the definition is what he just said, right? Because he just said the old definition. And he's like, no, technically is this now. So it makes it so that all white people are racist, which is unfair in my personal opinion. And it's so funny because it's funny how the pendulum swung from this direction all the way down. So now instead of, you know, white people sending definitions saying, technically, I'm not being racist per definition. Now you got black people that are, know that shit by heart saying, technically by definition, I'm not being racist it's because the definition is this and I can't be racist. So it's a whole lot of nonsense. So they're not wrong. It gets thrown out so much now that it's kind of like, okay, what is racist now? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the things that are blatantly racist, we know what that is, sure, but it's getting to such a point where you can have beef with a black person, all of a sudden now you're racist.
A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter. And fundamentally, this is identity politics, but white identity politics. And what they're building here is a safe space for people of European ancestry.
It's exclusionary, it's sort of an attempt at segregation.
Right.
Is that fair?
Probably.
While the men labour at the roadside, the women of Return to the Land are at work too, looking after the 6 children who live and are homeschooled here full-time. And they're preparing food for the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer than I already had.
Back in the day, when we...
Not trying to be mean, but like I said, it looks greatly unseasoned over there. Because I don't know why she's stirring that motherfucker up. Like, I'm sorry, my bad. But no, I'm going to end the video here because nothing much. It's nothing else for me to see, right? If you have an issue with this, who cares? Mind your business. You're not going to Arkansas. Trust me, you're not going to Arkansas, and you're not going to the Ozarks, all right? The only reason people know about the Ozarks is because of the show on Netflix. That's the only reason people know. But besides that, you're not going to go over there. Leave them alone. You want to do your own thing? Cool, do your own thing. You're free to do so. I think it's stupid, but whatever. My only thing is that places like this get kind of culty over time. I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but that's kind of how they turn out over time. Power to them. Salute. Do what you want to do. I truly do not care. If they are all racist, which I don't think all of them are, if they all are racist, cool. Now I know where not to go. Dope. Look, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment down below, tell me your thoughts. Tell me what you feel about this. I mean, like I said, I truly don't care. It looks like they're going to have a swell old time. Cool. Good for them. Let them do what they want to do. Do you think other people should mimic this and do this? I mean, we kind of already do, but not to this extent. But do you think this is something that should be repeated with the other ethnicities as well? Or do you think we should just try to find a way to get along? You know, let me know down in the comments down below. And subscribe if you want to see more, because I'll keep my eye on this. I'll see. Peace.